real quick.
Yes.
Sifuna is a signatory.
Yes.
To ODM, right?
Yes.
All the bank accounts, right?
It's a signatory in bank accounts. I would think so because he does all the.
He is. Take it from me. He is.
Yes.
He has said no money has left ODM.
Yes.
Who's funding these rallies? Karoli, who's funding the rallies? Don't stare at me. Give me an answer.
I only know that one governor was given 200 million for T-shirts from somewhere. They spent 100 on T-shirts. The other 100 they split.
Kwamfuko.
Yeah, that I know for a fact.
By whom?
I will not mention names. Just use your imagination. But I know.
You know, Jeff, some of these things must also be things that you put people to task.
Karoli seems to know his stuff.
Yeah, so if he knows his stuff,
he seems to know his stuff.
Because, you know.
As far as I'm concerned today, our journey to Singapore probably will end up in Timboroa. Because the building blocks are not there.
The fundamental of which is values, honestly.
It'll end up in Timboroa.
Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Now, before I go far, or before I talk about what I want us to talk about, let me just humbly request you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well, like, you can share, drop me your comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. Call me Bonfesoino, and this is Bonita Media. Now, if you're within the country, you can drop me the number of the county where you are from, and I will know it by myself. And if you're outside the country, it's also good to tell me which country, drop me the flag, or just drop me the tag or the code of the country where you are, and I will know it by myself. Now, as we get into this discussion, fellow Kenyans, I would like us to talk about this, and I would like to talk about it in this way. Yesterday night there was an interview on Citizen TV, that is JK Live, between Jeff Koinange, Eddy Oketch, and Karoli Mundi. Karoli Mundi and Eddy Oketch are both from ODM. Despite the fact that Karoli Mundi has been moving up and down. ODM, not ODM. So his stand has remained to be a mystery. Nobody has ever understood what he's doing or what he's after, or where exactly he stand is. But right now, he's with the Linda Mwananchi movement that is being led by Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Caleb Amisi, Otsoti, that group. So he's among that group. That is talking about Linda Mwananchi, not the other one. And there is a question here that still remains to be a mystery. The question of who is funding the Linda Mwananchi tours. These rallies that Linda Mwananchi are doing, the other day we saw them in Kitengela. Now, this week, that is on Saturday, a day after tomorrow, today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they are going to have another meeting in Kakamega. Now, the Kakamega governor, that is Baraza, is saying that they are not going to allow any meeting to take place in Kakamega. And this is what he's saying, that there is no ODM meeting that will be held, will be happening in Kakamega on Saturday. We will not allow anybody to disrupt our activities in the name of Linda Mwananchi tour. That is what Baraza is saying. That is Ferdinand Baraza, that they're not going to allow any meeting, any ODM meeting held in Kakamega. So my question is this: are these people going as ODM delegates, or these rallies, is it going to be done like it's an ODM thing, or is it going to be done like it's a different thing? That is the question that we still need to ask ourselves. That, okay, they are going to Kakamega. Are they going as ODM, or they are going as a different, like as a different party, or maybe a different paper, a different movement? That is a question that still remains unanswered, because they are calling themselves Linda Mwananchi. The other group is also calling itself. In fact, they are planning to have the meetings in Siaya County. We're waiting to see the outcome. I don't know, maybe it will be the same Saturday. You know, right now, these people are fighting. They want to prove a point. Wanataka kuona ni kina nani wana pull crowd. And I say that if crowd is a determinant of who is the best, who is not the best, then Raila Odinga could have been the president for a very long time ago. A very long time ago, for very many years. If crowd would determine the leader, then I don't know what to say. Anyway, I want us to at least talk about some of the conversations between Eddy, Karoli, and Jeff Koinange. And I want us to start from this place. The funding that is, let's not talk about the funds that is happening within the Linda Mwananchi. The ODM part itself, excluding Edwin Sifuna, Caleb Amisi, those other guys, they are normally doing their rallies constantly, right? And according to Karoli explained that according to them, where they're getting the money, they're raising the money by themselves. They're raising their own funds to do their rallies. In fact, that is what they're doing right now to make sure that the Kakamega rally comes to imefanyika. They're putting their funds together. Wanajikusanya, wanaeka pesa pamoja, alafu wanafanya rally zao. That is what is happening. That is what is explaining, and that is what they're doing.
So, rallies. Who's funding your rallies?
You saw I just picked a call while
yes,
we're here?
Right now.
Yes, because we are going to Kakamega.
Yes.
And we are aware some money has been released to a governor there.
By whom?
To try
not
and
Sifuna.
Disrupt.
Who is funding your rallies?
Function. I'm coming to answer that.
Oh.
Yeah, to try and bring, these security askaris for the market.
The goons.
The goons and some youths. We are aware of that. The call I got was actually, we are putting the resources for Kakamega together as a group. That's the call I got. Yeah, we do a budget, we all chip in together, and we move on.
Where get the money from? I mean, come on.
Jeff, you see this party called ODM? If I gave you a breakdown of how much I've spent on it, you'd be shocked. So Karoli Mundi financing a political party is not new.
So you're not a poor man?
Yeah. And why?
I thank God.
Why don't you believe that that's happening on the other side?
Comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, humor me. Give me a figure.
Of what?
Of what you just said just now that you spent on ODM.
ODM? Which election do you have in mind?
Good Lord.
So
wait.
Just tell me.
Let's go back. Let's start with 2022.
Yeah. 2022, I didn't give them any money.
17.
17, I refused to give them money after they denied me the certificate.
13.
But I had $2 million for them.
$2 million?
Yes, I had $2 million for them. But I didn't give them.
You didn't give them?
I didn't give them.
2013?
Yeah.
So you use ODM money?
2013, I think I spent about 600 or 700 million.
Shillings?
Yes, 2013.
Of your own money?
I bought 25. Do you remember the vehicles?
Yes.
I bought all those. I gave them T-shirts for $2 million. I gave candidates $100 and something million. I paid their agents $90 million. All those are documented. A friend of mine, Edward Ketter, sent me some material on a Norwegian sovereign fund, just to see how it's being done. On the issue of values, my bill on nationhood sons, which is to inculcate values, has just been published. So hopefully it will be enacted in the next few months to build those foundations. As far as I'm concerned today, our journey to Singapore probably will end up in Timboroa. Because the building blocks are not there.
The fundamental of which is values, honestly.
It'll end up in Timboroa.
Yeah.
But then, on the other hand, we also need to ask ourselves that, okay, this other group, where are they getting the money? Where are they getting these funds that they are using for their rallies? We saw it in Noka, Mombasa. We are almost witnessing it we witnessed it in Kisumu when Wanga was there. And then we are going to witness it in Siaya. I don't know when they are going to Siaya. Maybe the people of Siaya can tell us when are you expecting the ODM. But according to me, what I know is that right now ODM is going to remain a Luo party. That is what is happening. Because tell me, already they're doing away with they've done away with Kambas. They're doing away with the lawyers. Coastal region. Which party? What we're going to end up kubaki hapo? And Makiu, Nairobi County, they're talking about taking over Nairobi County. In fact, Jalango wants to become a senator of Nairobi County. Nairobi County, how do you think Wajaluo wangapi wako Nairobi wanaweza kapigia mtu kura na ashinde? No, let us just, sometimes I normally say that let us just be realistic. We really need to be realistic and talk about these things as they are. Let us not sugarcoat anything. Nairobi County is full of different tribes. And those other tribes have been already, it's like ODM is showing their back concerning those other tribes. And then now you are saying that Jalango wants to become a senator. How? How is it possible for Jalango to become a senator of Nairobi County, yet already those people, those ODM, washafukuza watu?
Why are they walking away from the Kambas?
No, at the time, he left us with an alliance with the UDA. That's a fact.
No. Why are they walking away from the Luyas? Why do you want to walk away from all the other people Raila left you with? Those who have been with you 5 elections, 4 elections. Why are you walking away from them? And they know very well, in the city of Nairobi, without those partners, ODM cannot win a seat in Nairobi. We will be lucky to win Ruaraka. We will lose all the other seats. He knows. So why are they lying to people that we just move to UDA? What will UDA help us? Which seat will UDA help us get in Nairobi? None. Yeah. We will lose all the Nairobi seats. We will lose all the Mombasa seats. We will lose Nakuru. All the other places where we have seats. We will lose Kajiado. We will lose Narok. What are they trying to tell us? They are the ones who are destroying Raila's legacy. Raila built a party at the peak. We were 96 members of parliament, elected on ODM in a parliament of 210 with several other partners. Yeah, we were there. Today we are down to 89. They want to take us to 30, which is to make ODM a Luo party. That is what they are trying to do. What we are saying, Raila's legacy, are all those other communities that have supported us 5 times, 4 times in general elections.
By the way, Sifuna the other day said that people are putting words in the mouth of a dead man.
Yes, they are doing it for convenience. They are doing it. Let me tell you, in the fullness of time, we will bring some things out that will surprise people. There are people who claim they are in broad-based because of Raila. They went to broad-based against Raila's wishes when he was in Dubai. When he directed that they should not join the broad-based. They know how they ended up there. When Raila came back, he refused to even meet them at the airport.
Who are those?
And Raila issued a statement that they went in their personal capacity. People didn't understand what Baba was saying. But there are people who went there against his wishes. Yeah. Those are facts. We will tell them.
Who are they?
You find out, my friend. Your mind led you to one. I'm sure you can figure out who these are. They went against Baba's wish.
There's 4 CSs.
Yeah.
Oparanya.
Just check them.
Joho. Mbadi. And Opio Wandai. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
Brother, just zero in. You will figure it out. They are those who... And Baba refused to meet them when he landed. He left the airside, he got into his car, and he disappeared. Those are the facts. So, and some of them, while the time Baba was dying, he was not talking to them.
They were not on talking terms.
Yeah.
By the way, both Joho and Oparanya were both deputy party leaders.
I don't want to name individuals. Let me just leave it. But what I'm trying to say is that when they're talking to us, they should know we know and we are not stupid. Yeah, there's a way they should talk to us. They should not talk to us with these useless statements they make around, you know.
Come on, let us style up. I can say that let us just try and style up and talk about these things as they are. Tuache mambo na kudanganyana kwamba kila kitu iko sawa. Everything is not fine. Completely everything is not fine. You understand? So who is funding the ODM rallies? Because Eddy Sifuna is one of the signatories of ODM. It means that if there is any money that's supposed to be withdrawn from the bank to be used by ODM as a party, then Eddy Sifuna must be involved as a signatory.
Real quick.
Yes.
Sifuna is a signatory.
Yes.
To ODM, right?
Yes.
All the bank accounts, right?
It's a series in bank accounts. I would think so because he does all the...
He is. Take it from me, he is.
Yes.
He has said no money has left ODM.
Yes.
Who's funding these rallies? Karoli, who's funding the rallies? Don't stare at me. Give me an answer.
I only know that one governor was given 200 million for T-shirts from somewhere. They spent 100 on T-shirts. The other 100 they split.
Kwamfuko.
Yeah, that I know for a fact.
By whom?
I will not mention names. Just use your imagination. But I know.
You know, Jeff, some of these things must also be things that you put people to task.
Karoli seems to know his stuff.
Yeah, so if he knows his stuff,
he seems to know his stuff.
Because, you know.
So right now, these guys are doing their rallies. Edwin Sifuna, you remember when they were in, I don't know when Edwin Sifuna was talking about this on Citizen TV with Yvonne Okwara during an explainer, he said very well that these have not been consulted. In fact, I've not even been told that we're supposed to go and maybe withdraw money. So it means that the cash, that the money that these people are using, there is somebody who is funding. Of course, let us not lie to ourselves. We know very well, me as a person, I know very well that William Ruto is behind what is happening in ODM. So if he's behind everything that is happening in ODM, that means that most probably he's the one that is funding these ODM rallies. Tuache kudanganyana. Is the one that is funding this rally. And I've heard Kipchumba Murkomen saying that they're going to stop at the fika pahali wakati wa campaign. So the things, what is happening is, if at all anybody will be seen or will be found doing rallies, action will be taken. And you're talking about action being taken to those people who are doing rallies. Kwani William Ruto anafanya nini? No, what is William Ruto doing that now you are telling us that you are going to stop the rallies? If you want to stop rallies that are happening, then first things first, start with William Ruto's rallies, because he's the one that is giving these other people a go-ahead of doing the rallies. You understand? Yeye mwenyewe ndo anahakikisha anapea watu, like, is encouraging people to do, is encouraging these guys kufanya campaign zao, kufanya rally zao. Suppose William Ruto stopped. If William Ruto could have just stopped doing the rallies, then I don't think if there is any other person that could have done these rallies. Completely hakuna mtu yote ambaye angefanya hizi rallies. Kama William Ruto angesema kwamba mimi nimeachana na rallies kabisa, I'm not going to do any rally as from now. As simple as that. But now, when you do something constant, when you keep on doing something, and then, you just stamp saying that you are the president and nobody should tell you anything, it means that you're giving other people a go-ahead. So if they do something, you don't need to question them. If they do something wrong, you don't need to question, because you are the one that have started the same thing. That is what I said. That is what I can say. That William Ruto right now, Kipchumba Murkomen or any other staff of William Ruto has no right of telling the other people to stop doing things, because he's the one that is encouraging it. Keeping on doing rallies in the name of campaign, in the name of Nyota, in the name of Hustler Fund, in the name of what, in the name of Nairobi River, in the name of those other things. We know the stuffs. So tell me how you're going to convince people otherwise that rallies should not be held. And William Ruto is the leader that is doing the rallies. Sometimes we really, I know I can say sometimes, let me just say that sometimes we really need to think twice. Sometimes we really need to think. As leaders, I do say that before you speak or before you say anything as a leader, you really need to think deep and ask yourself that, okay, this thing that I'm going to say, how is it going to affect people? Or how is it going to look like? Am I really going to look stupid? Am I really going to look like somebody who doesn't understand or doesn't know what he's doing or what he's saying? Because whatever you say will determine the kind of person you are. What comes out of your mouth determines the kind of person you are. Are you somebody who is thinking? Are you somebody who is thinking straight? Are you somebody who people can even sit down and maybe listen to? If you cannot listen to, then you don't have the power to talk about any other thing, because whatever you're talking about, you keep on talking about nonsense every now and then. So if you are saying that you are going to stop rallies, who are you to stop rallies? Then first talk to the president and the president, we are planning to stop these rallies. So therefore, what you need to do as a president, you also stop the rallies. Then from there, then poop, it can stop. But if you can't stop it, then don't talk about stopping it. If the president cannot stop the rallies, then don't talk about stopping the rallies, because it won't happen. It will not happen. You understand? Anyway, fellow Kenyans, I would like to give you a chance at the comment section to tell me what you think, and also where you're watching this video from. It is good. It's very good to tell me where you're watching this video from and your thoughts. Your thoughts are so much good, and I know that they're going to help. Because, when you give out your idea, what needs to be done, what we need to do in order to make sure that the videos are clear, the videos are okay, then it will be good. Please let me know what you think, and don't forget to tell me where you're watching this video from, and also subscribe. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface. Big.